Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things I personally find intriguing enough for me to bring to you. The source of this information comes from the smart device application On This Day. The music in the background is Adventure by JJD, which I found on the YouTube channel No Copyright Sounds, aka NCS. For links to the app, music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar. Now let's get on with the show, shall we? Today is Freya's Day, aka Friday, September 16, 2016. In 2013, a gunman murdered 12 people at the Navy Yard in Washington, D.C. In 1994, the British government lifted the broadcasting ban imposed against members of Sinn Féin and Irish paramilitary groups in 1988. In 1992, the pound was forced out of the European exchange rate mechanism by currency speculators and was forced to devalue against the German mark. Also in 1992, the trial of the deposed Panamanian dictator Manuel Noriega ended in the United States with a 40-year sentence for drug trafficking and money laundering. Shouldn't the people of Panama be worried about Panama? Since when did the U.S. control the issues of another country? In 1990, the railroad between the People's Republic of China and Kazakhstan was completed at Dostyuk, which added a sizable link to the concept of the Eurasian land bridge. In 1987, the Montreal Protocol was signed to protect the ozone layer from depletion. In 1980, St. Vincent and the Grenadines joined the United Nations. In 1978, the 7.4 MW Tabas earthquake affected the city of Tabas, Iran, with a maximum Mercalli intensity of 9, which is violent and caused at least 15,000 people to lose their lives. In 1976, Armenian champion swimmer Shavarish Karapetyan took a page right out of a superhero comic and saved 20 people from a trolley bus which had fallen into a Uravian reservoir. In 1975, Cape Verde, Mozambique, Sao Tome, and Principe joined the United Nations. Also in 1975, Papua New Guinea gained independence from Australia. In 1970, King Hussein of Jordan declared military rule following the hijacking of 4 civilian airliners by the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, aka PFLP. This resulted in the formation of the Black September Palestinian Paramilitary Unit. In 1963, Malaysia was formed from the Federation of Malaya, Singapore, North Borneo, known today as Sabah, and Sarawak. However, Singapore shortly thereafter left this new country. In 1961, Pakistan established its Space and Upper Atmosphere Research Commission with Abdus Salam as its head. Also in 1961, Typhoon Nancy, with possibly the strongest winds ever measured in a tropical storm, made landfall in Osaka, Japan, causing the deaths of 173 people. Also in 1961, the United States National Hurricane Research Project dropped 8 cylinders of silver iodide into the eyewall of Hurricane Esther. The wind speed then reduced by 10% and gave rise to Project Storm Fury. In 1959, the first successful photocopier, the Xerox 914, was introduced in a demonstration on live television from New York City. In 1956, TCN9 Sydney became the first Australian television station to commence regular broadcasts. In 1955, the Soviet Navy Zulu-class submarine became the first to launch a ballistic missile. In 1947, Typhoon Kathleen hit Saitama, Tokyo, and the Tone River area, causing the deaths of at least 1,930 people. In 1945, during World War II, the surrender of the Japanese troops in Hong Kong was accepted by Royal Navy Admiral Sir Cecil Harcourt. In 1920, the Wall Street bombing occurred, in which a bomb in a horse wagon exploded in front of the J.P. Morgan building in New York City, causing the deaths of 38 people and the injury of 400 others. In the year 1919, the American Legion was incorporated. In 1908, the General Motors Corporation was founded. In 1893, settlers made a land run for prime land in the Cherokee Strip in Oklahoma. In 1880, the Cornell Daily Sun, the nation's oldest continuously independent college daily, printed its first issue in Ithaca, New York. In 1863, Robert College of Istanbul, Turkey, the first U.S. educational institution outside the United States, was founded by U.S. philanthropist Christopher Robert. In 1810, with the Grito de Dolores, Father Miguel Hidalgo began Mexico's fight for independence from Spain. In 1732, in Campo Maior, Portugal, a storm hit the armory and a violent explosion ensued, causing the deaths of 2/3 of its inhabitants. And in 1620, pilgrims set sail from England on the Mayflower. Burse, Tremar, LaSalle Dillard, also known as Flo Rida, 1979, B.B. King, 1925, Boner Law, 1858. And that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, especially if you're playing Pokemon Go. And if you do so wish, you can also rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. It'll make me happy, I tell you that. But anyway, for your dose of passive and daily, I am Aeoxander, and you're you. Toodles! In 1992, the pound was forced out of the European exchange rate.